Good morning to all network marketers all over the world. My name is Hino Razon and I've been doing network marketing full-time for the past 14 years. And I'm a very proud network marketer. I'm very honored that I'm in the network marketing industry because network marketing has changed millions of lives all over the world. Now, as a gift to all my fellow network marketers out there, let me share to you one of my greatest and important realizations and learnings in my career as a network marketer. Every network marketer will agree that the number one enemy of all network marketers is attrition. It's never a delightful experience whenever you experience attrition. Attrition is when you lose a leader, when someone quits under your organization, someone who has tremendous potential. You know what? One of the most fulfilling moments for network marketers, a true network marketer, is when a downline of yours from nobody became somebody. Meaning, one of the most positive words in the dictionary is the word potential. And that's the main goal of all network marketers, to unleash the potential of their downlines. And whenever someone tells that you have potential, it smells success. It smells fortune. It promises significance. And one of the most negative phrase is the opposite of potential, which is unfulfilled potential. Sad to say, the graveyard of network marketing is quite huge or vast already. A lot of people who join network marketing quits. A lot of people who join network marketing because of so many factors that we will be talking right now doesn't achieve their full potential. And one of the major reasons is that their motivation or their focus, the focus of the organization is quite shallow. Majority of people nowadays just focuses on money or hitting goals. Please don't get me wrong. The most basic needs of every individual is money. Don't get me wrong. One of the basic hierarchy of needs is money. And I promote goal setting. Goal setting is very important for you to become successful in network marketing. We have tons of trainings about goal setting. But what I'm telling you is this is quite shallow. A deeper focus or a more powerful focus in order for you to lessen the attrition rate in network marketing is you should focus on growth. Growth is more important than money and hitting goals. You know, according to Dr. John Maxwell, the #1 leadership expert in the world, growth is everything. The most important thing for a person is to grow. If you have children, you want your children to grow, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, or in different aspects. Because growth is not just about money. It's about values, integrity, etc. Or simply, growth is being a better person today than you were yesterday. Who are you today compared to you 10 years ago? Did you grow? Of course, all of us grow old, but not everyone grows. If you celebrate growth, if you celebrate your birthday, the more you should celebrate your birthday. You know, sad to say, a lot of network marketers just focus on money or goals. Meaning, if you want to earn $1 million, it's not assured that if you hit your first $1 million, you will grow. Sad to say that some network marketing leaders, a lot of leaders actually, earn $1 million in an illegal way. Meaning, if you do something illegally, if you told lies, and if you hurt a lot of people just for you to earn $1 million, you hit your goals, but you did not grow. Actually, you decayed. Sad to say, a lot of people, they don't have money, and they are very honest people. But when they became millionaires, when they became rich, they are different. Meaning they became liars or they became crooks or something. So growth is more important than goals. And Dr. John Maxwell said that don't be goal conscious. Because goals, they are the destination. Of course, we all want to arrive at our destination. But growth is the journey. What for that you've arrived at your destination, but you did not enjoy your journey? For example, you traveled hundreds of miles to visit the beautiful island of Maldives with your wife. But along the way, instead of talking about positive things, you and your wife fought. You did not enjoy your journey. You've arrived at your destination, but you cannot already enjoy your vacation because you've ruined it. You quarreled. Now, how can we maximize our growth? Another clear description is the probability that we will die. Okay, that's real. That's reality. We only have one life. The probability that we will die is 1:0. And at the end of the day, when we are gone, people will not talk about how rich you are, how many cars you had, how many houses you've had, but they will remember you for who you are. Are you a good person? Did you help them grow? Have you influenced them to be a better person as well? Meaning it's all about growth. Now, how can we maximize our growth? How can we unleash our potential? Because it's very important for a leader to unleash his potential. Because according to the law of the lead, which is one of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, the effectiveness of a leader determines the growth of its organization. So if you want your leaders to maximize their potential, you, the leader, first to be the one to maximize your own potential or to unleash your own potential. Now, the great thing is there are laws that you should apply in order for you to unleash your potential. I highly recommend that you read the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by Dr. John Maxwell. Now, for all of you, I'll just give you a glimpse of how powerful those laws are and how to apply it in your network marketing career. Number 1, the life-changing law of intention. Every law is important, but this should be the start. You should be very intentional in your growth. There are two kinds of growth. There is what we call the accidental growth, and there is what we call the intentional growth. For the past 1 decade, I've been telling people that experience is the best teacher. But I was awakened when I've learned that if you are intentional in your growth, experience is not the best teacher. Because a lot of people experience a lot of things already, repeatedly, but haven't learned from it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, if you're intentional with your growth, it's faster learning. It's good to commit mistakes because failure is the best friend of success. But failure without evaluation, committing the mistakes without evaluation is accidental growth. It's slow. It's a very slow process of growth. But an intentional way of growing is before you commit the mistake, before acting, you should first be intentional in studying. For example, if you want to invest in real estate, why not read books about real estate? Or why not ask an expert or someone who is successful in real estate? And when you do something, it's not assured that you will be successful, especially if the first time. But once you've failed, once you've committed a mistake, you should always be sure to evaluate. Meaning, you should reflect. Because the second law, another law that I would like to share is the law of reflection. A lot of people haven't maximized their learnings, haven't maximized their experiences. A lot of people attended thousands of trainings already, but their growth is still slow because they don't do reflection. They don't reflect, they don't pause, they don't meditate because our minds are like computers that does auto-delete. We input tons of information, but if you will not reflect on it, if you will not think of it, if you will not ask questions of it, it will be deleted with your mind. Now, another clear analogy or example of the difference between accidental and intentional growth is, for example, carpenters. In my country, in the Philippines, if you are a carpenter, you will have sturdy muscles. You will have a sturdy body. You will have abs, you will have good chest. But carpenters are nothing compared to bodybuilders like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because his growth, in terms of muscle growth, is intentional. If you're intentional in growing, there should be a system. It should be consistent. There should be a design. There's law of design, law of consistency. It should be intentional. You should do it every day. You should experience pain. If you want to be intentional, there's law of pain. And there should be a mentor. You should have a model. Law of modeling. Now, another powerful law is the law of the mirror. This has been my topic when I was been given a privilege to be a breakout speaker in the Leaders Multiply event, the launching of the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth event for network marketers that was held in Georgia, Atlanta last year. And the law of the mirror is a very powerful law. It states that you need to add value to yourself in order for you to add value to yourself. Meaning you should invest in yourself. You should prioritize yourself. Because if you just look at yourself this low, don't expect people all over the world will increase your value. If you don't believe in yourself, don't expect to maximize your potential. You should have high self-esteem. The scripture says that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. Meaning, you should love yourself first so you can love others. As a network marketer, the most important downline, the most important upline, the most important person in your whole network is yourself. You should train yourself. You should invest to yourself. Law of the mirror also says that you should follow your heart. Don't let other people manipulate you. Don't let other people abuse you. Don't let yourself to be overworked and underpaid. And it's also true, whatever you do in life, a lot of people will tell you negative things and some positive things. For example, if you're too quiet, some of your friends will tell you, why are you so quiet? If you're too noisy, a lot of them will tell you, what's your problem? You're so noisy. You cannot please everybody. The good thing is, it's not your focus to please everybody. Because if that is your goal in life, you will never ever be happy. It's sad to say, a lot of people, that's why they don't unleash their potential is, majority of their decisions, their actions, are based on what other people might say about them. Don't fall into that trap. The most important thing, even if a lot of people disagrees, is when you look at the mirror and you ask the person that you see, have we done the right thing? And when you say to yourself that you've done the right thing because it's what you want, you will maximize your potential. Another thing is the law of awareness. You should know yourself in order for you to grow yourself. Know your passions, know your gifts, maximize it. You should know the truth about yourself. You should know the truth about your surroundings. People who are manipulated are those people who don't know the truth. You should know the truth. The truth will set you free. Another thing is the law of environment. This is one of the most critical laws that you should apply if you are in the network marketing industry. As a leader, you should make sure that your group has a good environment that is conducive for growth. And as a leader, you should make sure that you are also at the right environment for you to achieve your maximum potential. Because even if you are very intentional, even if you reflect, even if you have high self-esteem, even if you are aware, if you are at the wrong environment, you will not achieve your highest potential. Now, Dr. John Maxwell made a list of the qualities of a conducive environment for growth. So, the things that I remembered, let me recall. Number one, you should be excited to wake up every single day to do your business. If you are not excited anymore, okay, if you are not excited anymore, you should ask, are you in the right environment? Number two, you should be challenged. Meaning, people should be ahead of you. Because if you are the smartest person in the room, you are at the wrong room. You are not in a growth conducive environment already. Find an environment wherein you will be challenged. You will learn from people better than you. Number three, you should be out of your comfort zone. You know what? The greatest enemy of your success tomorrow, the greatest enemy of your bigger success tomorrow is your success today. The greatest enemy of growth is security. Let me give you an example. If LeBron James felt secure already that he is the greatest player in the world, he doesn't need to practice anymore, rest assured, Stephen Curry will definitely beat LeBron James at the finals. And vice versa. If Stephen Curry felt that he's secured, he doesn't need to practice anymore, he doesn't need to stretch, rest assured, he will lose at the finals. Champions are always out of their comfort zone. Number four, the environment should be affirming. You should be at an environment wherein if you become successful, if you have achieved something, people should be clapping their hands. People should be 100% for you. Pastor Joel Osteen said that, why will you settle for people who are just 50% for you? Wherein there are people who are 100% for you. So if you're an upline, be sure that you are affirming, that you create a positive or an affirming environment for your downlines. And if you are a downline and your upline is 100% for you, you are very lucky with that environment. Number five, people should be willing to change. There's no growth if there's no change. For example, iPhone always innovates. They always change for them to grow. But it's not assured that if you change, you will grow. Because some people change not for the better, but for the worse. There are two kinds of change. There is internal and external. The more important thing is to change first internally. Because if you change the external without exchanging the internal, definitely it will become worse. Or it will affect the external. You should change the inside, the mindset, the heart first for you to change your life. Number six, this is very critical. There should be a good role model for growth. Meaning, everything that we do, we always follow someone. For example, you have a new haircut. I'm sure if you have a new haircut, you saw that from a model. If you bought for example, if you bought Stephen Curry shoes or LeBron James shoes, you bought them because you want to be like Stephen Curry or LeBron James. Like that. It's the law of modeling. Unconsciously or consciously, you follow your model. So be sure who you follow. Be sure who you idolize. Because the people that you model, the model of your organization, will affect your values, will affect your skills, will affect your life. Not everyone who looks good at far are good models when you are near. Number 7, failure should not be the enemy. And that is network marketing. Because in corporate world, if you fail, people will scold you. But in network marketing, if you fail, people should lift you up. Now, these are some of the lists that I remember, but the law environment strictly says that if 4 or 5 of these are not in your environment, you should do your best to improve your environment. But if you cannot do it, if you have not improved your environment, if your environment did not change at all, it did not improve at all, the law of environment says that you should get out of that environment immediately, or else you will regret it and you will not unleash your potential. Changing an environment is always painful. That's why there's law of pain. But it's more painful when you have an unfulfilled potential. So it's very critical. Now, the last thing that I would like to share, but one of the most important laws, there are lots of laws. You know, my favorite is the law of curiosity, because a curious person will never be bored. Like a child, like a 3-year-old child is never bored because he or she is always curious. That's my favorite. But one of the most important thing when we talk about attrition is do not violate the law of the ladder. It's connected with the law of solid ground, because it's according to the law of the ladder, the height of your character determines the height of your growth. Meaning, character is essential in maximizing your potential, especially if you're a leader, because 99% of the major mistakes of a leader that affects the whole organization are not technical mistakes, but mistakes of character, mistakes of values, mistakes of integrity, mistakes that breaks the trust of your subordinates. Meaning, I'll give you an example. For example, I'm your boss, and your salary should be, let's say, $2,000 US. But when you look at your ATM, you were surprised. Why is it just $1,000 US? And you called me, the boss. And you asked me, boss, how come it's just $1,000 US? And I've discovered that I made a mistake. I told you, I'm sorry, there's a technical mistake. I will bring it back next month. So it's quite painful for you, but you can easily forgive me because it's just a technical mistake. But if you discovered that I lied to you or that I stole money from you, that is not a technical mistake, but that is a mistake of character. Wherein one of the main causes of attrition. Because people might forgive you, but they will never forget it. And once trust is broken, according to the law of solid ground, in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, once trust is broken, it's very hard to bring it back. So be sure to be very careful on deciding. Be very careful before you act, especially if you're a leader. You should always be guided by your core values. And one of the most important value is integrity. Everyone respects someone with integrity. Anyway, these are just some of the laws. There are 15 laws, and I encourage everyone to buy that book immediately. It will surely unleash your greatest potential. And with that, God bless network marketing, happy networking, more power to all of you.